Friday, June 6th. Welcome into the final episode of Daily Dingers for the week. We are 9-3 this week on Daily Dingers, 12-3 dating back to last week, Thursday. 3-0 sweep last night. Got it done. Unfortunately, I passed on the MLB card. So it was just 3-0 for the episode. Did not actually make any official plays. 0-1 in the NBA. I backed the Thunder. I'm still kicking myself. It was a lean at best, and I forced a play. So kicking myself with that play, but got home with the under Padres Giants yesterday. Got home with the Rays in a crazy comeback win against Texas. And then got home late in Game 2, Kansas City Royals money line. That was my favorite play of the day. Even odds. Wish I would have bet it. Didn't love how the game ended in Game 1, so I held off there. But 3 more plays today. Wait, 4 more plays today. We're giving out a bonus play on today's show, so stay tuned, guys. If you do enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below. My camera caps me at 10 minutes here. We're already a minute 10 in, so let's get right into it. 4-4 game, quick breakdown. You know what? I'm going to sprinkle in some more nuggets as well because I really like this card today. So the extra play, we'll start off with that. So not one of the official 3 plays for the show, just the extra. It is a 1:10 start time Eastern, and that is why it's an extra. I want to give out 3 good opinions on the night games so people have time to watch the video. But Miami Marlins heading to Tampa Bay to play the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays minus 150 home favorites, plus right around 130 on the Marlins here. I love the Marlins in this game. Now, I missed the 1.5. It was plus 1.5, like minus 125, like an hour or two ago. Now it's skyrocketed up to about minus 160. So you're going to have to play the money line now, but I still really like it. So just a quick situation here. Marlins obviously just got swept by the Rockies. Nobody in their right mind is going to want to sweep or to bet on the Marlins. They just come off a homestand. They went 1-5 at home. Perfect time to get away on the road. But they're only going to Tampa, so they're staying in their home state. We saw that. I talked about that earlier in the week or maybe last week. Really like that situation. It cashed for us then. I expect it to cash for us now. Get away from your home stadium here. Stay in the state with a close travel. Oh, it was the on Monday with Kansas City against St. Louis. But yeah, really like that spot for the Marlins. No one's going to want to back the Marlins. Tampa, on the other hand, off that crazy win yesterday where they were down, I believe, 3-1 heading into the bottom of the ninth. Had one out and then rallied, or I think they had one out, rallied for that comeback. Kind of a crazy way to end up winning that game, but 4-3, they walk it off with a crazy play. Get the sweep of Texas. Now they stay home, play the Marlins. Feeling very overconfident about themselves. Looking at the Marlins, a team that just got swept by the Rockies, probably not giving too big of an effort here. So, love the Marlins. I would have loved to get the plus 1.5. Kicking myself for missing that. But I'll take the Marlins money line, plus 130. That's the extra play here. 1:10 day game, Eastern start time. Let's get into the official plays for the show here. 6:45 Eastern start time. Texas Rangers heading to Washington to face the Nationals. Nationals are even odds, home underdog, minus 120 coming back on Texas. Patrick Corbin returning to Washington to face his old team. And I like the Nationals in this game. This is a spot that I've kind of had circled here for a while. On the flip side, we just talked about Tampa. Texas just got swept down in Tampa. Again, on the wrong side of that crazy comeback yesterday. One of the crazy comebacks. The Reds or the Diamondbacks and Braves was also even more crazy. But just don't love the spot for Texas. I think they're feeling pretty down about themselves. Now they have to travel, no day of rest, up to Washington. A very underrated Washington team, I will say. They did get kind of blown out by the Cubs yesterday, 1-7. Only took 1 out of the 2 in that series, but I think coming into that series, you'd be happy taking 1 out of 3 games against the Cubs. Now they have Texas, who's just really down right now. Their bats have struggled all season long. Nationals bats are really good, actually. They're very underrated. You have Mike Soroka going for the Nationals. I know Corbin's had a good year here. I know he'll be motivated against his old team, but I just think Washington is so undervalued. I think Texas is maybe a little overvalued right now. And yeah, this is a game I've had circled for a bit. I do like Washington on the money line, even odds. I think that's a fair price for the Nationals to start the series off with a win. Next game, 7:10 start time. Chicago Cubs heading to Detroit to face the MLB leading Detroit Tigers. Tigers, Turk Skubal on the mound, minus about 175 as the home favorite, plus 145 coming back on the Cubs. And I'm playing the Cubs plus 1.5. You got to get this in as soon as possible. As soon as you watch this video, I locked it in minus 146. It's getting up to even about minus 170. At that point, I would take the money line, but with Scooble on the mound, I do like to have the 1.5 in my pocket, so I already did bet this minus 146. Cubs are a better team than the Tigers. I'm sorry, I think they are. Uh, they're in a good situation. They just got the 2-1 series win against the Nationals on the road. Now they get to do a fairly short travel up to Detroit, play the league leading Tigers. It's a series that I'm sure the Cubs have been looking forward to. Tigers, on the other hand, off a 7-game divisional road trip where they took 2 out of 3 against the Royals, 2 out of 4 against the White Sox. Back home now to a interleague game here that they obviously care about, but love fading the team back home. They just had to put a lot of focus into their divisional road trip here. They have Scooble on the mound, which I think can be a bit of a breath of fresh air for them. So yeah, I love the situation for the Cubs at plus 1.5. I've made good money fading Scooble on that run line this season. Gonna do it again tonight. Minus 146 is what I locked in. Get there sooner rather than later if you do like that play. Cubs plus 1.5 for the second play here. And to close out, we are looking at the Toronto Blue Jays heading to Minnesota to face the Twins. Twins about minus 150, home favorite, about plus 125 coming back on Toronto, and we're playing the dog in this one too. Again, I missed out on the 1.5 here, so we're kind of forced to play the money line, but I do think Toronto wins this game. They are off an extended home series, or homestand, where they went 6-1. Sweeping the A's 4-0, and then beating the Phillies 2 out of 3, including the last 2 games of that series. So really good momentum for the Jays. I think they carry that on this road trip. It's a long road trip, 9 games. They go to Minnesota, to St. Louis, and then back to Philadelphia to play the Phillies again. So love when it's an extended road trip. Get on the road with the momentum. Love the spot for the Jays, playing really great ball right now. Meanwhile, the Twins, they were on a pretty long home or road trip themselves. They played at Tampa Bay, at Seattle, and then 4 games at the Athletics. So a 10-game home or road trip for them. Went 5-5. Almost swept the A's before getting lambasted yesterday, 14-3. Now they come back home, no day of rest in between. I think it's a bad spot for the Twins here. Blue Jays playing really good ball right now. You're getting a nice price, plus 125, 130 on that money line. I'll take it all day on the Blue Jays. So just to recap here, run short on time. Marlins money line, plus 130. We like Nationals money line, even odds. Cubs plus 1.5, minus 146. Blue Jays money line at plus 125. Quick few more nuggets that I'm just going to throw in here, like the Red Sox plus 1.5 against the Yankees today. I like the Reds money line against the Diamondbacks, fading the D-backs off of that crazy comeback yesterday. White Sox plus 1.5 against Kansas City, fade that doubleheader. White Sox playing decent ball right now. And then I think there's one more, Athletics plus 1.5. Really like that play as well against the Orioles tonight. So there's basically a play on every single game on the board, guys. Love this slate. Love the card. Follow me on Twitter at eBainbridge26. I will tweet out my official plays. Chance to be a 4 or 5 day or play day for me, which is rare. I usually keep it to 1, 2, maybe 3 plays. So, yeah, looking for a big day today in the MLB, possibly NHL as well, maybe WNBA. So follow me on Twitter at eBainbridge26. As always, guys, please subscribe, like, comment. Until next Monday, have a profitable weekend, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.